Hello, and welcome to Diverse Orange, our weekly conversations about diversity here in Central Florida. My name is Tali Sugizawa. I am your host today, and I am so excited to have J.chefé here with us. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So, J.chefé, we met a couple of weeks ago during our Diversitastic Dining Experience video shoot, which was amazing. And I was just so amazed. I was so excited to see your excitement. You know how people say that joy is contagious, and you definitely contage me. Wait, is that the right word? Uh, I definitely got your excitement and your love for food, and I just like we need to know more about J.chefé, and we need to have him on Diverse Orange, so our audience also gets to know you. So, Jay, I know that you are not a Floridian, so would you share with us where did you grew up?
Okay, so I'm originally from New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, in Irvington, and then I spent some time in Atlanta as well. Most of my adult life was in Atlanta, and now I've been here in Central Florida for about a year and a half now.
Cool. So you are a chef,
Mhm.
right?
Also a
And
mixologist as well.
right, a mixologist.
Mhm.
Is that the word? Oh, okay. That's
Chef
so
and chef and mixologist.
cool.
You have bartenders, and then you have like a little bit of a higher level where we tend to experiment with things that normally people wouldn't
Yeah.
experiment with, and then when you get to that level of, hey, you've pulled extracts or purees from dragon fruit or whatever it may be. Now you're dealing with something else other than orange juice and pineapple juice and ginger ale and stuff like that.
Right.
So it it basically you're appreciated by the people who are alcohol enthusiasts that really want to taste something different than the norm.
So it's not like all the pre-mixed stuff. It's like
No,
actually you make things from scratch without using pre-made stuff. That I'm
absolutely.
excited for that. But Jay, tell me something. So you grew up in Jersey and then moved to Atlanta, and now you're here in Central Florida. And what is your roots? Like, where are your roots as far as your culture?
I would say Jersey. That was a big, uh, I guess, love for me. I grew up in the inner city and
Hmm.
was immersed in a lot of cultures. We had Black, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Asians, Italians, Jewish, you name it. I came from that type of a neighborhood. When you went to our school, schools were very diverse. And when
Yeah.
I moved to Atlanta is very diverse as well. You have people who come from, California, New York, Virginia, Seattle, you name it, Dallas, they're all there too. So it's such, I would say both places, but as far as my roots, I got to stay close to my roots, which is New Jersey.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So now you're here and you're working at the Bronze Kingdom Museum, actually the restaurant inside of it, which is called the Serengeti Restaurant. And how is that experience for you? How's that? Um, how, how is that? How are you feeling working in like immersed in African culture now?
Well, when I first got the opportunity to work there, I was supposed to be underneath another chef, and he wound up leaving, and I assumed the role that he was in, and I was
Mhm.
supposed to be a sous chef, and so that was like the biggest, I would say, learning curve, because this is my first restaurant that I've ever been at, and I've been um, the guy, right? So,
Right.
I had to, kind of get things in gear, use the leadership that my mother, and family members have always displayed to me. And I
Yeah.
use that in what I'm doing now. And the owner, Mr. Bennett, his vision is to basically give everybody a taste of Africa. And
Yeah.
so I've been to Africa. I enjoyed it very much. And it's funny how like your travels and the things you do, can lead you into certain things. And so if I had not probably been to Africa, I may have not gotten a job, right?
Right.
It was one of those things. It was a good point. I wouldn't say sales point, but had his eyebrows go up because it's like, okay, where have you been? And so we were able to have stories about where we've traveled. He's been there more extensively than I have,
Mhm.
but I still understand where he wants to bring that to Central Florida because it's something that it's not there's not a many African restaurants. When you look them up, it might be a handful. And what's great about it is it's a museum as well. So you get a flavor of the food, but before you get the flavor of the food, you can kind of tour the museum, get a kind of like a mindset of different things and artifacts and
Yeah.
artwork from Africa. So it's the experience being there is a very, very cultural one. When I step into the building, I know that I'm not just doing it for me, but I'm doing it for culture and getting people to embrace that culture as well as embrace the food that comes with that culture.
Yes, that's amazing. I've been there a couple of times, and I absolutely love the vibe. It's each like spot has art in it, and I absolutely love it. It's so intentional too, right? It's very
Absolutely.
intentional. So that's how I also found that your cooking is. It's also very intentional. When you created the menu for the diversitastic dining experience, you were sharing with me that you had to do some research, and because we did South African full course meal, and I was just very excited to see your excitement in doing all that research. And of course
Absolutely.
it must have been very challenging for you, but I we can see your passion, and that's contagious. That's the word I didn't get in the first time. But tell me a little bit more, or tell us a little bit more about what are your projects in the future. So you are staying, right? Like we're keeping you here in Central
Oh
Florida,
yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. I made a leap leaving Atlanta, a place that I had a lot of my career roots in, to come to Central Florida, and I felt like if I can cook, I can cook anywhere. It's not. I thought Florida was a beautiful place. I have an uncle and an aunt that live here. I would always come throughout the years and visit, and I'm like, oh man, it's so beautiful. I should
Yeah.
just see how it is to live. And I'm single, I have no kids, so it was an easier move than it would be if I did have those responsibilities. But coming here is such a breath of fresh air. There is diversity here in Orlando. I would love to be able to bring my touch uh, of all the appreciation that I have for diversity to Orlando. The goal is to be the best chef I can be in this restaurant, and be known for being the best chef that I can be in Florida. And also, I have a cookbook and a cocktail book that I'm working on that's going to be featured in the summertime. I'm gonna have a book signing, hopefully at Bronze Kingdom. But that's been like the primary thing in my life because I've been working on it for years. And
Yeah.
I think it's going to be very different because here it is. You have not only just a cookbook on one side, but you have a cocktail book on the other, sort of like a double-sided magazine. And I think it's going to be able to pull in a lot of people. You may have some people who don't cook, but they love to make drinks. But now they have no other choice but to look on the other side of the book and see, this looks good. Maybe I'll try this out. And then the same thing for people who cook. They may not make drinks. That may not be their thing, but they may look on the other side and say, oh, that's a nice cocktail. You know what? I have some friends coming over. I'm going to make this for them. And that's what I'm trying to do. And hopefully that catapults me into my ultimate goal, which is to have my own show, similar to Anthony Bourdain and Andrew Zimmern, where I travel the world and I get people in touch with culinary and culture.
Oh my gosh, that is very exciting. I can't wait to see that adventure happening to you.
Thank
That's
you.
great. That's great. Um, so do you feel embraced here in Central Florida? So how long have you been here? It's been a few months, right?
I've been here a year and a half, but
Year and a half.
I've been working at Bronze Kingdom in Serengeti restaurant for
Mhm.
about 4 months.
Nice,
And
nice.
it's been a great experience. I came during the pandemic, so it was a little rough,
Right.
but everything is panning out just the way it needs to be.
Nice. Do you feel embraced by our community? Do you feel
I
like
do.
this home for
I
you
do.
now?
I do, especially when you guys came into the restaurant and had the tasting. That was like that put the biggest smile on my face. I really appreciated it, and it gave me confirmation that I was in the right place.
I love that. I love that. Well, Jay, well, and just like that, 10 minutes is gone. And I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you for partnering with us for the diversitastic dining experience, for sharing your passion and really just, just being who you are and being here. I wish you the best. And just, I'm, well, I cannot say that I'm new here because I've been here for 7 years, but what I can tell you is that this community will hold you and they will embrace you and they will give you all that you need to thrive. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for the book. um, I want to tell our audience, our viewers, our followers to also follow J.chefé. He has a great Instagram, and so make sure to follow him there and stay tuned to his book release. And also go to Serengeti. If you miss our diversitastic dining
Please,
experience, please go there and try some of his amazing foods. I don't know what's going to be in the menu because I know that you keep changing things. And I
yeah,
love that too because I love going to a place and having the same thing, but also like, oh, that's different. So make
absolutely.
sure to go there, follow J.chefé, and make sure to go to the Serengeti restaurant inside the Bronze Kingdom Museum.
Yes,
Jay, thank you so much.
thank
And
you. Thank you.
that's it for today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
All right. Bye.